In case anybody's wondering, I really have no intentions of ever harming any life forms. In fact, if there's like a spider or a bug or something, I don't kill them. I just take a napkin and take them outside. I think it's better for both of us. But since we're talking about living spaces and life forms, we can get back to our mythology, which actually is a metaphor for life forms and houses. It's the different houses of the human experience. And this can be divided up into three different words. And since we are in a Greco-Roman culture, we should go back to the original Greek. And you might be like, what are you talking about? Greco-Roman, this is America, buddy. Well, I don't know if you've ever been to Washington, D.C., but the architecture is Greek. The judicial system is in Latin vernacular. And the monetary system, our form of energy, is laced with Roman symbolism. There's eagles and fasciae and olive branches. But to go back to the original Greek, there are three different houses. They are Zoe, Suke, and Pneuma. These are the three different houses of life and human existence. Now, Zoe, it means life force. Suke is where we get the word psyche. It means soul or personality. So psyche, or psychology, is the study of the human soul, the human personality. And we can't really study that enough because it's the second house, and most people, they haven't gotten to that level. They're still living in the Zoe. The third is the Pneuma, which means breath or spirit. These spirit and breath are the same word in Greek. And it is the non-physical existence of life. But to go back to Zoe, this is the essential life form. It is the tangible material world. And so Zoe, it is in all life forms. It's present in all life. It's present in the animals, the plants, the rocks. Now, we have been schooled to understand science in a very patriarchal, religious understanding. And science was actually developed by the church. And since the church and science were in bed and with the schools, and we came to this understanding that life force is, or the force which surrounds us and penetrates us, and it is the essence of life. We either think of it as demonic or non-existent, make-believe. But it is neither. It is not. Lineation is an illusion. All nature is cyclical, circular. And so linear lines, straight lines, don't exist in nature, and then therefore it is an illusion. So when we think of animals, obviously we believe that those have a life force because they can see and hear and eat, and if they, you can yell at it and it puts its tail between its legs, so it has some kind of consciousness. But we go down the chain to a plant, and we have no concept that a plant can see or hear or feel. But actually, if we take the basic understanding, which we learned in school, was photosynthesis. The plant absorbs the light, meaning it has light cells built into the leaves, meaning it has cells that see light just like our eyeballs do. So it sees us, it sees different things. For example, they see, if we take a time lapse of a bean plant, it sees a pole, and very slowly, because we have to slow down from our concept of time, which is an illusion, okay? When we slow it down, we see that the bean plant is working to attach itself to a pole, which it is aware of. It can see it, meaning it can see us, but the leaves on it are like kind of like tensed up trying to get to this pole. And when it finally gets to the pole, it like relaxes the leaves, and you can notice a difference. Now, if you take two bean poles or bean plants, and they actually compete against each other, so they are aware of each other. And what happens is when one of them grabs the pole, the other one kind of fizzles out and withers away. And you have to understand, we have to understand that it has feelings. It has a kind of a concept of defeat. And so it has a consciousness. Plants have a consciousness, trees have a consciousness, and we can go into more depth about this, but there's another study that they did where they found that plants actually react to sounds. So they can hear us and they can hear birds. And what happened was a farmer realized that that when he played classical music for the plants, they grew bigger. They like that. And what they found out was that the birds every morning, the frequencies that the birds emit tells the plant to start opening and growing and get ready for the sun and to drink up the water and the minerals. And obviously they have an awareness, or they eat, because if you've ever planted, you have to have like minerals and compost, or the plant doesn't do very well. So it's like eating and drinking the water. Now, minerals, we can go further into, but minerals are actually, rocks are, in the scriptures, they were the first to be created. So they are the first children of the Father in the sky and the Mother in the earth. So they are the ancient ones. They are the most knowledgeable. They are the keepers of wisdom. And they are also the vehicles, since they are the most inanimate. They are the most conducive to this life force. And so we use them in electronics. For example, the electronic quartz, it stabilizes the electricity. And so you'll have quartz built into your electronics. And it's not up for debate. This is this seemingly inanimate object has a life force and a capacity to stabilize energy, meaning it communicates in the energetic realm, or the Zoe.